If you've ever tried the stock market and haven't done well, hop in the car and get to Online Trading Academy. Online Trading Academy's pro investors show you how they find the right investments. Learn current Wall Street skills about stocks, options, futures, forex, even Bitcoin. See how market timing works and how money is made in up, down, and sideways markets by using their patented rules-based strategy. It helps find the right investment and limit the risk. The instructors at Online Trading Academy are certified, currently trade, and are profitable. They show you how they invest every day. Call now for a pair of tickets to a free half-day class at Online Trading Academy. Classes are all over Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Jupiter, and Port St. Lucie. Call Online Trading Academy now. Call 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510.
Homeowners, would you like to save money each and every month? Of course you would. We all want to save money, but how? By calling Debbie at I Will Advisors, that's how, and have her review your homeowner's policy. Most homeowners never review their policy, but it should be reviewed every year. You commercial property owners, same goes for you. So what are you waiting for? Call Debbie at I Will Advisors and start saving money. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
A bad back, heartburn, low libido, stiff joints, not sleeping well, got allergies, need to lose weight? If you want to feel better, please tune into my Health Talk show, Sunday mornings at 10, the Dr. Bob Martin Show, on Talk 1470 WNN.
This is Talk 1470.
Talk 1470.
WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to the Ask the Experts show, with local experts in the fields of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Enjoy being educated in such topics as personal injury law, community association law, family law, bankruptcy law, along with health show topics like pain management, men's health, and dental implants. Now, sit back and enjoy today's Ask the Experts with host Steve-O.
Hey, good afternoon. Another Ask the Experts. Wow, we must have gotten at least 30 emails last week that I just want to tell you I appreciate your emails. I read every single one and I respond, as you know, to all emails. Today, we're going to talk about an underlying alternative solution to getting rid of pain. And today we've got, for the next hour, sit back. You got that nagging pain. Like I was just telling the doctor here that, man, I am bone on my knees. And I think it's because of arthritis, but we're going to talk about that because I know a lot of people have all different sorts of pain, from sports injuries, all kind of pain. So let me introduce you to Dr. Robert Hanapol. The name of his practice is Active Life Wellness. They're in Plantation, but let me tell you something. Even if you're in Palm Beach, this is worth the drive. Hi, doctor.
Hi, how are you today? It's great to be back.
I am so glad to have you back, and we've got so much to cover today. We're going to change the show up a little bit. We're going to talk a lot today on laser.
That's right. That's my passion.
Well, you know what? I got to tell you, and how long have you been doing laser?
Laser we've probably been doing for over 10 years, but it's within the last 4 years that we've really graduated to what's called Class 4 high-powered deep tissue laser.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a mouthful.
It is.
Not dangerous at all.
Well, we're going to get into that. First, let me just introduce yourself and tell everybody about Active Life.
Sure. Okay. So my name is Dr. Robert Hanapol, and I started Active Life Wellness. Well, actually, back in 1995, it was Active Life Chiropractic. And the practice has just grown and expanded into all different areas. So we do offer chiropractic, we offer physiotherapy. We have Active Life Laser Pain Center as a separate entity right now. We treat all type of injuries, including sports injuries, accident injuries.
Auto accidents?
Yes, we do. We also have a division of the practice called Active Life Anti-Aging and Regenerative Medicine. So we're an integrated practice. We have nurse practitioners. I have a nurse practitioner as a partner and department head of Active Life Anti-Aging and Regenerative Medicine. Her name is Jessica Allen, and she is wonderful.
She's not here today.
She's not here today, a little bit under the weather. Jessica, if you're listening,
Hi, Jessica.
hope you're feeling
Feel better.
Exactly, and but we'll have her for the next show. But Jessica's wonderful, and she does a lot with a treatment that's called Gainswave, and I'd like to talk a little bit about that today.
I have heard a lot about that.
That's
all positive.
It's amazing. Gainswave is amazing, so I'd like to talk
Let's
a lot
get
about that.
Gainswave first. We're going to start because we have so much to talk about with laser today. So let's just and tell people you're located in Plantation.
Right, we're in Plantation, 8320 West Sunrise Boulevard in Plantation. We're in Suite 111. We've been in the same location for it's coming up on 24 years. Same place, same location. The office has gone through a couple changes, interior design changes, but basically same place. And we don't want to move because we've really developed a nice following. We have patients that have been with us for all that time. They may have started us with an auto accident back in 1995. And now they're coming in for another issue. They're coming in for laser, maybe coming in for Gainswave. But I'll tell you, the really crazy thing is my patients that have came in in 1995 that were coming in with their little children, and now those little children are graduating college or getting married. It's crazy.
Well, I tell you how important pain is, and if you've ever suffered from pain, you want to get rid of it. When you were on the month before last, somebody called wanting your phone number because they couldn't write it down in the car, and they called the office. The office was already closed, and they called like several numbers. This is how bad they wanted to reach you. When you've got pain, and I'm telling you, I'll bet you will see people from this show who've gone to different types of doctors, and they still have that same nagging pain. This is the doctor to go to, because just because one or two other doctors cannot help you, you have a whole different theory, though.
Right, we have a whole different approach. Our approach is to treat the patient that is experiencing the symptoms and the pain, but not treat the pain. Okay, so we want you to get better as a byproduct of actually correcting the cause of your problem, not treating the effect. That's the main difference.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you one of the tweets that we got last week. They said they were 72 years old, and they said when you get older, you've got all kinds of pain that you never had before. What is that?
Well, getting older...
Is it the bones getting older, the muscles getting...
Well, there's a lot of issues, but a lot of issues today are really based on, quality of life, okay? Because a lot of people think that getting older equates with not feeling well, getting sick, having pain. But, the largest segment of our population, the fastest growing segment of our population today are the centurions, people turning 100.
Wow.
Okay? So a lot of people look at that and say, "Wow, in my 90s, 100, I don't even know if I want to get there because it doesn't seem like it's going to be very comfortable." However, that's really not true. Okay, it's really all about quality of life. I know plenty of people in their 20s, 30s, 40s that feel terrible every day. All right, they're overweight. They're not eating very well. They don't exercise. They have very negative thoughts, and their lives, are going downhill. But when you really look at health, okay, the World Health Organization actually described health as a state of optimal physical, emotional, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity.
So the mind has a lot to do with it.
Oh, the mind. If anyone's interested, there's a great book called The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. Bruce Lipton is a cellular biologist and researcher, and he is a leader in the field of epigenetics.
Now, what is that?
So epigenetics is a new growing field really studying genetic predisposition, genetic potential, and can you change your health? Can you change your genetic potential through the thoughts that you think, the foods that you eat, through your environment. And we have found that you can.
Wow.
What Bruce Lipton has showed is that every single one of your thoughts affects every molecule in your body.
So if you're having negative thoughts,
your body's going to run negatively.
wow.
Okay? I mean, if you want to, put pour gasoline into a car, it's not going to run very well. Okay? If you want to put, poor thoughts into your head, your body's not going to work very well. There's a lot of science, that shows that, the power of thinking, correctly. It's not just positive thinking, but, really, focusing on better thoughts. Yeah.
So if somebody comes into your office, sometimes you can tell when a person's negative about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't
all
that
the
going
time.
to keep you from achieving what you want to achieve with them?
Well, a lot of people like to, say that you can motivate people, and I don't really believe that you can motivate anybody, but I believe that you can inspire them.
Okay.
And what we try to do, and we do this in a way it's not so apparent. But when I'm working with a patient, I like to find out about their lives. I like to find out about what's going on, with them personally, how their relationships are, how is work. I mean, most patients come into our office really beat up in a lot of ways. And they may come into the office and the boss just yelled at them, and they have a lot of stress at work, and then they have stress at home. And then the kids want them to help them with their homework. And then they ran out and had, a fast meal at one of these, fast food restaurants. Yeah, and then they're eating too much sugar, and their lives are in a downward spiral. So when they come to our office, we want to provide them with an amazingly positive, upbeat, inspirational experience, because that is part of the healing process.
So do you work with your patients with diet?
Absolutely. We have a whole program actually called ChiroThin, okay? And we have a weight loss program in the office where most patients will lose between 20 to 35 pounds in 6 weeks.
Wow.
And that's our quick start part of the program. And then after that, we talk to them a lot about more lifestyle modification. I'm a really big advocate of the paleo diet. I follow that myself. It's really not a diet. It's more of a lifestyle.
I remember him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, paleo?
Yeah.
Yeah, paleo is a great diet. It's really based on hunter-gatherer. You'll eat foods that really aren't processed, aren't refined, anything that you could that the caveman would eat. Okay, so a lot of proteins, healthy fats, vegetables, nuts, seeds, things like that.
Protein?
Absolutely.
Okay. What do you consider good protein?
I consider grass-fed beef.
Okay.
Very good for you, high in omega-3 fatty acids. Not farm-raised fish, but wild. Okay. Wild salmon, things like that. Chicken. Okay, but you want to stay away from the products that have antibiotics and hormones.
Like at a Publix, or do you have to go to Whole Foods?
Yeah, well, a lot of the big box, a lot of the main retailers are carrying it right now. But obviously, if you go to Whole Foods, you have a better chance of getting a high-quality product.
This because I know how important diet is for your mind, for your body. In fact, I know that 80% of it is what you eat. That's a pretty high percentage.
Yeah, if not more.
So I'm so glad that you include that as part of your program.
Well, we want to look at the whole patient, okay? What comes into our office is not,
And the doctor here, I'm going to tell you something. If you're watching right now on either Facebook or Twitter or on your website, I'm telling you, he's 93 years old and he looks like he's in his 20s. And you look great, though. You really look good.
82 years old. Thank you.
See? And you look like you're in your late 20s.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
So you practice what you preach.
You have to practice what you preach. If you're not congruent, then you're not going to get the results. There's a great little story, if I may say. But,
Sure.
But there was a mother who really wanted her child to get off of sugar. The child was bouncing off the walls and just wasn't healthy, and she wanted her child to get off sugar. She didn't know what to do, and a friend of hers told her that there was this guru, but he was all the way on the other coast, 5,000 miles away, but he will get this kid off of sugar because he is just a health guru, knows everything. So the mother travels 5,000
Is
miles.
sugar addictive?
Oh, very highly
Okay.
addictive. Great movie called Fed Up. I recommend everybody watch it on Netflix.
He's fighting addictions too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So the mother takes the child, kicking and screaming. Child doesn't want to go. Takes all the way 5,000 miles to California. Okay, from New Jersey. Maybe it's 5,000 miles. I don't know exactly. But he goes and sees this guru, and they're waiting in the waiting room, and it's a whole process. Finally gets in, and the mother says to him, she says, "Doctor, can you please help me get my kid off of sugar?" And he looks at the mother and he says, "Come back in 3 weeks." And she says, "Oh my goodness, I traveled all the way here and I heard you were the best." He says, "I can do it, but come back in 3 weeks." She says, "Why can't you do it now?" "Come back in 3 weeks." So they go all the way home. For the next 3 weeks, the kid's bouncing off the walls, has all these problems, issues, can't concentrate at school, but the mother listens, and they spend the money. They go all the way back and see the doctor again, and the child and the mother are in the doctor's office, and the doctor walks up and he says, "Okay, now I'm going to help him get off of sugar." And he actually says to the child, "The sugar's not good for you. You're going to get off of sugar." And then he goes through a whole program and plan and helps the child get off of sugar. So the mother says, "Well, why didn't you just do that 3 weeks ago? Why did we have to come back and make this whole trek and trip?" And he said, 3 weeks ago, I was eating sugar.
This is the guy supposed to be the expert in it?
Well, he's the expert in health and wellness, but he wasn't being congruent.
Gotcha.
So I can't tell a patient to make a lifestyle change
I see what you're saying.
or stop doing something if I don't do it myself, because people feel the authenticity. They know, there's a sixth sense. They know if you're the real deal or not. So if you tell somebody something but you're not doing it yourself, you're not being congruent, you're not being impeccable with your word, and you're not going to get the results.
Wow. Hey, we're going to go to break right now. When we come back, we've got so much to talk to. We're going to start off with, I want to just finish up on the gains.
Sure.
I want to finish up there because we've got all kind of things to talk about as it comes to laser. We'll have more with Dr. Robert Hanapoli.
Active Life Wellness has helped thousands regain their health since opening their office in 1995. Every year, their passion for health and wellness grows as they continue to help many who thought they had to just live with the pain or settle for less than optimal health. At Active Life Wellness, the team is ready to help you get healthy in a variety of ways, which include our 2 areas of focus today. First, we dive right into the subject of men's sexual wellness and how using the revolutionary GainsWave technology and protocol can be a lasting solution to those suffering from erectile dysfunction. Next, we'll talk about how non-surgical and drug-free high-power deep tissue laser therapy can effectively treat your pains and regenerate your injured tissues at the same time. So, if you are ready to leave your pain in the past or regain your confidence and performance in the bedroom, contact Active Life Wellness Practice today and let them show you how they can improve your life forever. Call them today at 954-423-0020 or go to their website at activelifewellness.com.
And we're back. We're talking with the Active Life Wellness Center. Give everybody your website.
Sure. Our website is activelifewellness.com. If you want to just go to the anti-aging portion, it's activelifeantiaging.com. And if you want to check out the laser, it's activelifelaser.com. But the umbrella name for everything that we do is Active Life Wellness, activelifewellness.com. Our phone number again is 954-423-0020. And we are located in Plantation, 8320 West Sunrise Boulevard in Plantation, Florida.
For those of you who've been suffering with pain, have tried everything, now you've thrown your hands up, we have one more thing for you to try. I want you to call tomorrow, Active Life Wellness. Let doctor look at you. You're going to sit down and do a whole history on them.
Well, we're going to do a whole history. If patients, we recommend that they bring their diagnostic studies, if they have X-rays or MRIs or CT scans, whatever they have, we recommend bringing them, and we'll do a review. And we are having also a special for the radio listeners today. What we're going to do is, for anybody listening, we are going to do a complimentary consultation and review of your MRI and other records. And for the first 10 callers, we are going to provide a sample laser treatment.
Tell me what that is.
Well, we're going to do one treatment.
Can you do it anywhere on the body?
Well, there's a couple areas that are contraindicated. You don't want to do it over the eyes,
Sure.
Or certain organs. But basically, most of the
Shoulders?
areas, most of the joints, yeah.
Okay.
All the joints,
hips,
really.
knees.
Knees, shoulders. We see a lot of plantar fasciitis patients, a lot of rotator cuff injury patients, a lot of knee injury
So sports
patients.
injuries.
Yes. Well, the laser. I actually had a neighbor call me yesterday because his wife rolled her ankle when she was running, and she actually has a fracture.
Oh.
And I was telling him that she should bring her down for the high-power deep tissue laser treatment. And he said, really? Even for a fracture? I thought it was maybe just more for sprains and strains.
Right.
I said, no, absolutely a fracture. If you remember a football player named Jared Allen, he played for the Minnesota Vikings, and he was a defensive end. He fractured his foot. And they were touting how fast his foot fracture healed because he used high-powered laser. So he went to a clinic, I think it was in Phoenix, Arizona, and as the story goes, Jay Glazer, who is, Jay is one of the announcers on Fox.
Oh,
okay? Yeah, one of the football announcers, was so impressed that he actually invested in a laser company.
Is that right?
And I've checked them out, and what they're using is what we're using. I wish Jared could have come to our office, but we actually have seen professional athletes. We have some famous musicians that come to our office. They're running around the stage, jumping up and down. But what also happened was Odell Beckham Jr. last year also hurt his ankle.
Yeah.
And he actually went to that same center for the laser therapy. So when I told this to my neighbor, he says, okay, I'm definitely bringing my wife to your office.
Wow, what a story. So I want to get into, because I hear this Gains wave.
Yeah, it's all over the radio.
Everything I read, commercials, you hear about Gains wave. What is Gains wave?
Okay, well, Gains wave is a procedure and protocol that was developed by Dr. Richard Gaines down in Miami. And our office, Active Life Anti-Aging and Regenerative Medicine, is a licensed provider for GainsWave. Jessica Allen is the department head, and she is in charge of all the GainsWave treatment. But it is a revolutionary treatment for men suffering with erectile dysfunction.
Right.
That's right, ED. And it really is amazing because it's an on-demand treatment, meaning that, when somebody has to take Viagra or Cialis, they have to take it, prior to having relations, okay?
Sometimes hours.
Yeah.
Which I never understood.
So you really have to be an obsessive planner.
Yes.
Okay? But GainsWave is actually a solution. And again, that's why it fits so well within our practice. Meaning that they can get off the little blue pill.
Okay.
Okay?
But is this an injection?
No, what it is it uses a technology called extracorporeal shockwave therapy, which is the same basic technology that has been used historically to break up kidney stones. So the GainsWave is used on the male organ. There's no pain involved, and it actually...
How's it applied?
Okay, so the nurse... uses it and actually applies it directly to...
But no injection?
No injection.
Wow.
No injection. No.
That's what some of these other places do. It's an
right.
injection.
Well, we've actually had patients call us because they're actually doing injections even at home, and they don't want to do that anymore. Now, when we talk about injections, many times Jessica will recommend a PRP injection, which stands for platelet-rich plasma. What we do is draw a small amount of the patient's own blood, and that gets spun in the centrifuge.
Okay.
And when it comes out of the centrifuge, there's a portion of it that is a clear golden type of liquid, and that is full of concentrated growth factors, about 34 or 35 different growth factors and stem cells and everything that helps to regenerate tissue. So that gets put back into syringes, and it gets injected into actually the base of the penis.
Okay.
And it's, again, there's no pain involved. But the reason that she does this is because she really feels that it even enhances the Gainswave treatment. It like turbocharges the treatment. It works that much better. So she recommends that for most of the patients on the first or second visit.
Okay. What if you have high blood pressure?
Again, Jessica would be the best person to ask that kind of question to, because she handles that portion of the practice. But if I may, I'll explain a little bit of the treatment. The shockwave therapy, the extracorporeal shockwave therapy, again, so what it does is it actually breaks up calcifications that are in the blood vessels, gets rid of the microplaquing, and it opens up the blood vessels and opens up all the blood flow, which is
that's what it is.
The major cause. Blood flow. Exactly. But then on top of that, it stimulates a process called neovascularization or angiogenesis, which means the body starts to produce new blood vessels.
Wow. Its own?
Its own.
Wow.
Right. That's why they call it angiogenesis. So, there are underlying causes that cause the decrease in blood flow, and Jessica will address that because she will address the whole patient. So, whether there's diabetes involved, the prostate issues, or, she'll do the blood work.
Okay.
And then she also will discuss with the patients, their hormone levels. They'll check that, testosterone, things of that nature. And we even have some products. We have a product called Men's Bioidentical Support, which I think is great. I take it every day. It's natural. But what it does is it actually helps you to produce more testosterone versus, taking testosterone. Now, Jessica will do both in the office, but I happen to like the Bioidentical Support product because it works. My numbers went up greatly just from taking that. And we had a patient yesterday that called, and he asked me if we had any more left. And I said, yeah, we have a couple bottles. And he said that he was going back to his doctor because he came in for the product a month ago. And he said he was going back yesterday to get his numbers. And so I said, fine, okay, come to the office and we'll give it to you. I get a phone call from him, and he says, you're not going to believe this. In 30 days, my testosterone went up 209 points.
Wow.
And the only thing different I've been doing is taking the Men's Bioidentical Support.
Okay.
So that's a great product.
That is a great product.
It is, yeah.
So give everybody your phone number if they'd like to call tomorrow.
Sure, 954-423-0020.
Now, is it expensive? I know someone's going to ask that, because I think from everything I've heard, the injections are expensive.
Right. Well, again, is something expensive is a relative term. It's a subjective term. Okay. I like to, listen. I think that living a life,
if something works, it's not expensive.
But also living a life that's also unhealthy is expensive.
Right. Exactly.
Okay?
I agree.
What are the future healthcare costs of somebody that really lives an unhealthy life, and all of the healthcare that they're going to need and all the things that they're going to need because they didn't follow a life that was really filled with nutrition and exercise and rest and rejuvenation and emotional well-being. It's expensive to not live that way. Okay, but the Gainswave is relatively not expensive. Now it is private pay. I can't give a number right now because everybody
cover this at all. Okay?
But everybody needs different. For instance, she may recommend a 6-visit plan. She may recommend a 12-visit plan. She may recommend a PRP, not the PRP.
Women?
However, they do use the shockwave for women too, but that's not something that we do right now currently in the office.
So you mostly concentrate on males,
right?
Okay.
And what we will do though for anyone listening to the show that is interested, we will give a 25% discount. But you have to
Very
mention
nice.
that you heard us on Ask the Experts, 1470 AM or 95.3 FM, and then we will offer a 25% discount, because the largest discount that we usually give is up to 15%.
Oh, that's really generous.
Now, the other thing is we also have Care Credit. So Care Credit is a finance option. So patients can actually, if they don't have it already, we can sign them up for it in the office, or they could just use their Care Credit.
Okay. So we're going to go to break now, but when we come back, we're going to talk about laser, but not just laser, but I heard something about the eyes, like LASIK. So we've got so much more to go. We have another 30 minutes to go. I'm here with Dr. Robert Hannapol, and he is the owner of Active Life Wellness. And again, they're in Plantation. If you're in Palm Beach, you're frustrated, you're going to take a drive, and it's going to be so well worth it. We'll be right back.
Active Life Wellness has helped thousands regain their health since opening their office in 1995. Every year, their passion for health and wellness grows as they continue to help many who thought they had to just live with the pain or settle for less than optimal health. At Active Life Wellness, the team is ready to help you get healthy in a variety of ways, which include our 2 areas of focus today. First, we dive right into the subject of men's sexual wellness and how using the revolutionary GainsWave technology and protocol can be a lasting solution to those suffering from erectile dysfunction. Next, we'll talk about how non-surgical and drug-free high-power deep tissue laser therapy can effectively treat your pains and regenerate your injured tissues at the same time. So, if you are ready to leave your pain in the past or regain your confidence and performance in the bedroom, contact Active Life Wellness Practice today and let them show you how they can improve your life forever. Call them today at 954-423-0020 or go to their website at activelifewellness.com. You are listening to the Ask the Experts show with host Steve-O. We will be right back with more experts in the field of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Join us every Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. Now, get ready for more Ask the Experts.
And we're here. We're back in studio. We're live today with Dr. Robert Hannapol. He owns the Active Life Wellness Center. And first of all, I want to go, you've got a book that I want to show everybody.
We actually have 3 books.
Let me see if I can, well, I don't know if I can get that in. There we go. Okay. Tell me about what's in the book.
All right, the book is called The Pain Blasters, and it was co-written by me, Dr. Michael Rubenstein, who is an amazing doctor in the office. He joined us 2 years ago, and he has just helped take us to another level. He's great. And Priscilla Fernandez also has been with me for 10 years. She's a certified chiropractic physician's assistant. She is awesome. And we have, just to let everybody know, if you come to our office, just like the Olive Garden says, when you're here, you're family. Because that's how our office is.
I like that.
Okay? It's like family. And
How do they get the book?
We have an amazing staff. So to get a copy of the book, all you have to do is come by the office.
Okay.
Okay? And every new consultation, new patient gets a copy of the book. So this is called The Pain Blasters, and we wrote the book because we really wanted to give a very good explanation about how high-powered deep tissue laser works, a little bit of the background, why we're so passionate about it, and how it will help the patients with the pain that they're experiencing.
Sounds like you're trying to get people off pills.
Our mantra in the office, our mission in the office is to help patients avoid surgery and get off of dangerous drugs. Now, let me clarify that. There's a need at times for surgery. There's a need at times for medication. But there's also many, 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 many cases where that's not necessary, where all the drugs are doing is masking or numbing or speeding something up, slowing something down, And then there's a whole host of side effects. I mean, I'm sure you see these commercials on TV. My kids nudge me all the time because, you'll see this commercial about, somebody with allergies, and the woman's running through the fields, and then she's with her boyfriend licking, an ice cream cone, and then, but while they're licking the ice cream cone and having this amazing, beautiful experience, you hear, taking this may cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea,
Right.
Suicidal thoughts.
So many side effects.
I mean, why would I take something for my allergies if I may want to commit suicide?
Right.
Okay, so it makes no sense. So our goal in the office is to help patients have an alternative to the drugs, an alternative to surgery, because listen, just because you have surgery, there's no guarantees. I mean, the latest statistics I heard was if you go in for back surgery, you got about a 50-50 chance. So why do people run? That should be the last thing they do, okay? The first thing you do is the least invasive, and then you move towards more invasive procedures if the least invasive don't work first, but you try that first. Unfortunately, many patients come into our office after they've had surgery, after they've done the most invasive things, and then they say, hey, can you help me?
And why are they coming back if they just had surgery?
Because it didn't work.
Exactly. Wow. So, you hear when it comes to laser, people hear about LASIK. You hear about even tattoo removal.
Sure.
You hear a lot
Hair
of
removal.
Hair removal. Mm-hmm. So you've gone actually to the next step. You use a lot of laser. And we were just talking. I just learned something from you because I've got bad knees. I think it might have been from walking on the pavement for so many years, that pounding. But I also think it's arthritis. And you start explaining to me about especially bone on bone in the knee, which a lot of people say they have.
Right. Well, I mean, I can give you a particular case of bone on bone in the knee. A patient that came into me, she came from Jamaica. Her son saw our website, and they came from Jamaica because he wanted his mother to see if she could do anything instead of having her knee replaced. Okay, so before I get into that, let me just explain a little bit about what the laser does. Okay, so we use what's called high-powered deep tissue laser, which is what's called class 4 laser, different than, let's say, class 3B lasers, which are what they call cold lasers. Our lasers, they do get warm because there's a lot of power. A typical cold laser will be anything up to, at the highest level, 500 milliwatts. Anything over 500 milliwatts is considered high-powered laser.
Okay.
In many cases, with patients, I'm using 20,000 milliwatts. Okay, and the reason being is because you'll get a faster treatment time, a deeper penetration, and that's what we want, because the way the laser works, first of all, our lasers don't cut, cauterize, or destroy tissue. Most lasers in healthcare are used for surgical procedures, again, or to cut something, or to get rid of something. But our lasers are actually stimulative to the body. They're biostimulative. So they don't cut, cauterize, or destroy. They actually help tissues to heal. And the way it works is we give them the same power as a surgical laser. As a matter of fact, the base unit of one of the new lasers that I just purchased, I'm laser crazy.
You're seeing results.
Yeah, amazing results. But the newer laser that I just purchased, the base is basically can be used for surgery. But what makes it different is the handpiece. So instead of that laser coming out of the handpiece like a fine needle, it spreads the beam. And
Not
because
as painful?
It spreads the beam, so it's not going to cut anything.
Oh, okay.
But it still penetrates very deep because we use wavelengths. We use two wavelengths between 800 and 1,000 nanometers. We use 810 nanometers and 980 nanometers that have been shown to be very stimulative to the body. 810 is actually shown to be a little bit better for soft tissue like muscles, ligaments, and tendons. And the 980 has been shown to be even better for peripheral nerve. Okay, so it's another thing that we treat is peripheral neuropathy.
Okay.
So basically, the way the laser works is the laser energy, the photons of light, penetrate very deep into the tissue to the sick, damaged, injured cells. No pain at all. It actually is very soothing and warm, and it feels nice. But the energy penetrates to the damaged cells. And if you think of the damaged cells like a cell phone that doesn't have a charge, so the cells of the body have what's called, not to get too scientific, but they have chromophores, which are like solar panels. And those solar panels of the cell uptake the laser energy, and they charge up the cell. If you remember biology class, the word mitochondria, they were the quote-unquote power plants of the cell. They produce ATP. So what happens is when the photons of light hit the chromophores or the solar panels, it charges up the cells and it speeds up cellular metabolism. So the process is called photobiostimulation. The newer term is photobiomodulation. But what it does is it speeds up metabolism, it speeds up the healing process, and the treatment lasts for 18 to 24 hours after the patient leaves the office.
Wow.
Just like charging up a cell phone. You charge your phone, and once it's charged, you don't need to leave it in the charger.
Right.
Once we charge up those cells, whether it's 15 minutes or 20-minute treatment or 30-minute treatment, any more...
Must not be painful for that long of treatment.
Not painful, and we just have to give them the minimal effective dose. Anything above that, there's no benefit, because now the cells are charged, now they're stimulated, now they're producing more energy, now the area is healing. And then for 18 to 24 hours, that's going on, and then they kind of need another charge until the area heals.
So let's talk shoulder first.
Sure.
So, and you were talking about rotator cuff. So how many treatments does someone need to take, for example, if it's a shoulder?
Okay, so that's a question that every new patient asks, right?
So everybody's gonna be different.
Well, everyone's different. I don't have a crystal ball, unfortunately. I wish I did. So the best way I can handle that with a patient is I tell every patient, let's not commit to any long-term care plan at all until we try 4 treatments. Okay. So I say try 4 or no more, meaning after 4 treatments, a patient may say, Doc, I can't believe it. I'm like 90 to 100% better. Or they may say, I'm 15, 20, 30% better. Or somewhere in between.
Everybody's body's different.
But guess what? They all said that they're doing better.
Right.
So since we've been using high-powered deep tissue laser, I only think we had 2 patients that didn't feel like they were getting results after 4 treatments.
Wow, that's amazing.
So what I said to them was, listen, I don't want you to waste your time or waste your money. So, we had to give them other options. But that's 2 out of thousands of patients. So the patients are doing great. But whether a patient is 20% better after 4 or 90 to 100% better after 4, that's both good. Okay?
What area of the body do you think it's most effective?
We have had great results with all the joints. But if I had to think of one area in particular, I'll give you the 2 top. The 2 top areas that we've had just the most incredible results are plantar fasciitis, the foot pain.
Like gout?
No. It's in the plantar fascia. It's right around the arch of the foot. Okay, the arch to the heel. You hear people having heel spurs.
Okay,
things like that. Amazing results. As a matter of fact, we had a foot surgeon refer a patient in the other day because he said, if this doctor actually has Class 4 deep tissue laser, why don't you try that? Don't try, anything other, but try the Class 4 deep tissue.
An MD.
Yeah,
telling his patient.
Sent the patient in, and then we had another one send a patient in for an Achilles tendon issue. But we've been having very, very good results with plantar fasciitis, and also sciatica patients and herniated discs.
Wow.
Yeah. Because a lot of sciatica can be caused by the disc, and it could be caused also from piriformis syndrome or both. And we've been getting very good results with those 2 areas. However, I have to qualify that a little bit because those are 2 areas also that we've done a little bit more promotion with. So, if we started adding more knees and shoulders, which we are going to start doing, because we actually came out with some proprietary methods. So, for instance, we're the only office that has the sciatica Relief Now, which is one word, the Relief Now laser method. And we have the plantar fasciitis Relief Now laser method. And the reason why it's a method is because there's steps that go along the way. So, for instance, when the patient comes in with sciatica, we first start out with some heat therapy, and relax the area. And then we use another form of light therapy or photomedicine called Saluma, which covers a large area, and it's very similar wavelengths that we use with the laser. and then we use the laser treatment. So we actually have developed specific methods for specific conditions. We have this, like I said, the plantar fasciitis relief now laser method.
Is this an alternative to surgery?
Well, in many cases it is, and if you don't mind, I can give you a couple specific cases of patients. So this woman that came into
because especially with backs, you hear about so many people who went in and had back surgery, and they're worse when they came out.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it's just mostly backs that you hear that about.
Well, I can give you a back, but I'm going to give you a knee first.
Okay.
Okay. I had a patient the one that I was telling you that came in from Jamaica. Okay. So she comes into our office walking on crutches, and she was really wanted to avoid surgery, knee replacement surgery. X-rays, bone on bone, just was in a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort, wasn't happy. I think it took in the range of 12 visits. Okay. Somewhere around there. 12 visits, 13, 11, somewhere in that range. But then she wrote me a beautiful email. And she said, when I first came to your office, I was walking on crutches. Then I started walking with a cane. Now I'm walking unassisted.
Wow.
And I canceled my knee replacement surgery.
That's amazing.
It's amazing, but I'm not saying that every single patient is going to get that same.
Everybody's body's different.
Right.
And you've got to realize that we got to go to break. We come back, we got to get this deeper into laser. We'll talk more about this. We're here with Dr. Robert Hanapol. He's got the Active Life Wellness. Please give everybody your phone number so they can start calling tomorrow morning.
Sure, 954-423-0020, Active Life Wellness, 8320 West Sunrise Boulevard, Plantation, Florida, Suite 111.
We'll be right back.
Active Life Wellness has helped thousands regain their health since opening their office in 1995. Every year, their passion for health and wellness grows as they continue to help many who thought they had to just live with the pain or settle for less than optimal health. At Active Life Wellness, the team is ready to help you get healthy in a variety of ways, which include our 2 areas of focus today. First, we dive right into the subject of men's sexual wellness and how using the revolutionary GainsWave technology and protocol can be a lasting solution to those suffering from erectile dysfunction. Next, we'll talk about how non-surgical and drug-free high-power deep tissue laser therapy can effectively treat your pains and regenerate your injured tissues at the same time. So, if you are ready to leave your pain in the past or regain your confidence and performance in the bedroom, contact Active Life Wellness Practice today and let them show you how they can improve your life forever. Call them today at 954-423-0020 or go to their website at activelifewellness.com.
Hey, we're back. This is the Ask the Experts show. We're here with Dr. Robert Hanapol. He's with the Active Life Wellness Center. And I just asked him, I said, can you kind of share some incredible stories? Because we're not giving out any patients' names.
You mean the last one, the woman from Jamaica that avoided
was crazy.
Surgery wasn't good enough?
That was crazy. Because I know what she's going through. Now, do you have to come? I wanted to ask this. Once you've kind of got them where you want, do they have to come in kind of for just follow-up?
Well, let me follow that up with a question.
Okay.
You brought your car in for an oil change. Is that the last time you're going to bring it in for an oil change?
No.
Okay. Would you wait until the oil light goes on?
No.
You know what most people do? They wait until the oil light goes on, then they reach back into their trunk of their car and they grab a can of spray paint. And they take that spray paint and they shake it up really, 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 really good. And they go to the oil light and they spray it over.
No.
Well,
I know what you're saying.
Metaphorically, they do that.
Yes.
Because that's what taking pain medication is. All you're doing is you're masking the problem.
Right.
You're covering up the oil light, but you're not getting rid of the cause of the problem.
Wow. So, give me another story.
You want another story? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you an incredible story. And
I thought the other one was pretty
amazing.
incredible.
Yeah. All right. So normal Wednesday in the office, and my assistant says, "Doc, you better come out to the reception area because we have a new patient here, and she's crying." I said, "Geez," I said, I never had a patient walk into my office crying. Thank God nobody ever left crying, right? That would be worse.
Yes.
Okay, I know it wasn't anything that we did, but she was crying, and I introduced myself, and she said, "Hello, my name is Karen. I'm a nurse. Can I talk to you?" So, I brought her back, and in the consultation, she told me that her doctor just told her they had to amputate 2 of her toes.
Oh, no.
Because she had diabetic ulcers.
Wow.
And she says, "Look, I know they're only toes, it's not an arm or a leg, but it's still 2 parts of my body.
Yeah.
And I can't believe, can you help me? Is there anything?" She said, "I heard laser can, regenerate tissue. Do you think it can help me?" So I have to say, Steve, I said, I love the laser and I'm really passionate about it. I don't want to give you any false hope.
Hope's right.
But I also don't want to take your hope away because the body is an incredible self-healing, self-organizing, self-maintaining system as long as you provide it with the right things.
Right.
Okay? So I said, listen, if you're willing to try, I'm willing to try.
You've never done this before.
No. And I said, I want you to have, but again, I wanted to manage her expectations. And I said, let's just give it a shot. And, I'll do. I said, I'm not allowed by law to guarantee anything. But I said, from a treatment perspective.
Yes.
But I said, I'll guarantee you that I give you my best effort. And if you don't think I'm doing that,
that's completely different.
I'll give you your money back. Okay? So after her first treatment, she comes in a day later. And we both noticed the same exact thing. Said it at the same time. It looks a little shiny. Both ulcers, they had a little sheen over them, like it almost looked like the thinnest layer of Saran wrap. It could have been like granulation tissue. We noticed that the body did something. Okay, the laser stimulated something. So literally, it was 8 or 9 treatments later, completely healed.
What?
Completely.
Well, if she
healed.
had that many treatments, she must have seen and felt the difference.
Well, it kept on getting better and better.
Yeah.
So her husband has become one of my dearest friends. And we actually just went out to dinner. What was it? Tuesday night. He and I. We go out to dinner at least once a month, like to a really nice steak dinner. And, he tells every server. He says, "Do you know who this guy is? He saved my wife's toes." He tells everybody the story.
So you saved her toes.
Yeah, but I did a little research after and found that in England, the hospitals used lasers for diabetic ulcers and burn victims to help heal tissue. And then I did a little research from one of the other laser companies, and they had a bunch of studies showing how diabetic ulcers were healing with laser, but you don't hear about this. Okay, the drug companies aren't going to put this on TV. They don't want you knowing about this. They want you taking the drugs. Okay, the surgical centers, they're not. The hospitals, they're not going to. That's not how they make their money.
She must have been shocked.
Oh, unbelievable.
You might as well just saved her life.
Well, I didn't save her life, but
what I'm saying, especially for a woman,
right.
They're very vain. Even if it's toes.
It was amazing. So I can give you story upon case upon case, one after another. And that's why I'm so passionate. I don't think I ever have to retire. Seriously,
you can tell how passionate
my retirement would be to maybe take some more vacations, but really keep on getting into laser therapy. Now they're testing lasers on the brain. There's a doctor out in California that's using very similar laser. Actually, one of the lasers that I have over the frontal cortex and. For post-traumatic stress disorder, because the skull is permeable, so the laser energy and photons of light get through. So he's stimulating and helping to regenerate brain tissue. They're also testing it on Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, all being tested with laser. There's a company called Vialight that actually has a headpiece that goes over 3 areas of the brain, and they have a piece that goes up the nose to affect the brain tissue.
Wow.
So we are moving from a healthcare system that's based on chemistry to a healthcare system that's based on energy. So,
Wow,
Star Trek wasn't so far-fetched, right? Remember, he had that little red light?
That's right.
Okay. But this is what's happening today. So we've seen just really incredible, amazing results. High-power deep tissue laser therapy is my passion. For anybody out there listening, call the office, 954-423-0020. Tell them that you heard me on this radio show, Ask the Experts, at 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. And we will offer a free consultation and also to go over all of your diagnostic studies. And for the first 10 callers, 1 sample laser treatment.
Wow. You're sucking them in. I know it.
Well, I love it. I mean,
you can tell
my
how
wife,
passionate you are.
I
about
go
it.
home at night and I literally walk in the house and my wife looks at me and she says, I don't want to hear another laser story. That's what happens.
Very good.
Okay, but listen, I wish upon everybody to have the same type of fulfillment in their work in what they do as I have. Okay, because I am very grateful to be able to and I'm very appreciative that patients allow us to help them and patients allow us to utilize this kind of treatment.
Why should I come to your practice?
I haven't told you enough already.
No, but you can tell how much you care. You can definitely hear and feel your passion. And I'm going to tell you something. 10 years from now, you're always going to have the latest and the greatest.
Oh, if you came to our office, I mean, patients come in all the time and they say, the one thing you guys keep up with all the technology. I mean, we have dry hydrotherapy beds in the office, which are like it's like being in a whirlpool, but you don't get wet. Okay.
Yeah, do you do any physical therapy?
Yeah, we do.
You do?
We
Okay.
do. But we do some physical therapy, but more physiotherapy, using different modalities and things like that. We do some physical therapy. But once again, we have the different divisions. We have the traditional, the chiropractic and physiotherapy division, that we treat, patients and their injuries and their aches and pains. Then we have Active Life Laser Pain Center, which really focuses on a lot of the extremities and healing the tissues. And then we have Active Life Anti-Aging and Regenerative Medicine, where we do the Gainsway for ED. We also do PRP, platelet-rich plasma. We didn't even talk about this, but we do stem cell treatment.
Okay. I hope we got to remember next month we got to talk about stem cells.
And we also do aesthetics.
That's another hot topic.
We do aesthetics. We actually, Jessica performed a stem cell treatment on a patient's face.
Wow.
Recently. And
Well, we're getting ready to go. Give everybody your phone number.
Sure. 954-423-0020. Active Life Wellness. My name is Dr. Robert Hannapole. Been there for 24 years and look forward to meeting you. Come on in and let us help you.
Hey, we'll be back next week with another Ask the Experts. Thanks so much, Robert. We'll see you next month.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks for listening to the Ask the Experts show, featuring interviews with local experts in the fields of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Call our office at 888-574-6999 to become one of our experts on the show. And tune in again next week for more Ask the Experts with Steve-O. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.